Today I want to show you a very old magic trick. In fact, it's the oldest trick in magic. This is quite literally the oldest trick in the book. Or, well, more accurately, the oldest trick on the papyrus, since that's probably what they wrote on back then. You see, people even say that this is depicted in ancient Egyptian art. Although some people also say that same painting's just a picture of some guys making bread. But it's much cooler to imagine this very trick. The trick is done with one ball, one very ordinary ball, one very ordinary cup, and one very ordinary magical wand. Now, of course, the cup is completely and totally solid. Of course, if it wasn't solid, then this trick wouldn't be very impressive. It really is solid. This trick is called the cup and ball trick. I know, it's a very creative name, especially when you consider the fact that it's done with a cup and a ball. But the trick is very simple, right? You take the ball, and you put it into your hand, and then you take the wand, and you wave it over your hand, and the ball vanishes. It reappears underneath the cup, right? You take the ball, you put it into your hand, wave the wand over your hand, ball vanishes, and it reappears underneath the cup, right? No matter how many times you do it, it's always exactly the same. Wave the wand over your hand, ball vanishes, and it reappears underneath the cup. As long as you do exactly that will happen. The ball will always vanish, and the ball will always reappear underneath the cup. Right? But if you try to vanish the ball without using the wand, instead the ball reappears underneath the cup reappears underneath the ball. See, if you vanish the ball using the wand, or you vanish the ball using the wand, the wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes and reappears underneath the cup. But you take the ball and you vanish without using the wand, the cup reappears underneath the ball, instead the ball reappears underneath the cup. See, if you take the ball and you vanish without using the wand or a hand roll, right, you just go blue like that, instead the ball vanishing, the ball reappears underneath another ball, and the cup reappears underneath another cup. Now you have two cups and two balls, now you're doing cups and balls with an entirely different trick. See? Okay, you look a little confused right now, so slow down a little bit, right? You take the ball and you... I'm kidding, right? So we're doing the cups and balls. So the trick is done with two cups, and two balls, right? Both balls are entirely identical, especially this one. And both cups are completely solid, as evidenced by the fact that you can take one cup and it goes right through the other cup. But if you have two cups and two balls, then there's some pretty cool stuff you can do, right? You can put one ball underneath each cup. All I have to do is just snap my fingers and those two balls switch places! Utterly, totally, and completely impossible, I know. But seriously, right, if you have two cups, right, you can just give the cups a little rub, then give them a little stretch, and those two balls just pop right out of the top. Pretty cool, right? Okay, well, I think it's cool. But the actual trick with two cups and two balls is pretty similar to the trick with one cup and one ball, right? You take one ball, and you put it in your hand, and you wave the wand over your hand, and the ball vanishes. And then you take the second ball, and you put it into your hand. The ball really is in my hand for all you skeptics out there, right? The ball is in my hand, and I click a wand, and you put it through my hand, and wave the wand over my hand, my ball vanishes. And both balls reappear underneath the left cup, right? They always reappear underneath the left cup, never the cup on the right. Why? I have no idea. But they always reappear underneath the left cup, never the cup on the right, because they think the left cup is the right cup. Who knows why? Anyway, you take the ball and you put it in your hand, right? You wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. Take the second ball, put it into your hand, wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. Both balls reappear underneath the left cup, never the cup on the right. And I wondered, what would happen if you take the left cup and you put it on the right, you take the right cup and you put it on the left. Now the left cup is the cup on the right, and the right cup's the cup on the left. Now the balls can't reappear underneath the cup on the right, but they have to reappear underneath the left cup. The thing is, the left cup and the cup on the right are both the same cup. So will they reappear underneath the right cup, which is the cup on the left cup that is the cup on the right. Well, you see, you take one ball and you put it into your hand, wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. You take the second ball and you put it into your hand, you wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. And both the balls reappear underneath both cups. But seriously, the balls really should reappear underneath the left cup, so all I have to do is snap my fingers, the ball vanishes from over here, and reappears over here. Both cups, balls reappear underneath the left cup. They always reappear underneath the left cup, even if it's the cup on the right. Okay, but you look a little confused again, so we'll change the magic trick up, right? We'll do what's known as solid through solid. You take one ball, you put it on top of one cup, and you take a second cup, you put it on top of that ball. All I have to do is just snap my fingers, and one ball falls right down to the bottom. Or you put one ball underneath the cup, you put one ball on top of the cup, and then you put one cup on top of that ball, and all I have to do is snap my fingers, and both balls fall down, right down to the bottom. Now at this point, some people think they know how to stuff. They're like, just say it. You have an extra ball. And well, yes, of course I have an extra ball. The reason I have an extra ball is because I have an extra cup. You see, we're doing the cups and balls. It's a trick done with 1, 2, 3 balls and 1, 2, 3 cups. See? Okay, but the trick, the trick with 3 cups and 3 balls is pretty similar to the trick with 2 cups and 2 balls, which is pretty similar to the trick with 1 cup and 1 ball. So you take one ball and you put it in your hand and you wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. Take the second ball and you put it in your hand, wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. Take the third ball and you put it in your hand and wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. And which cup will all 3 balls reappear under? No, they reappear under all 3 cups, right? That ball reappears in that cup, that ball reappears under that cup, that ball reappears under that cup. They don't reappear under the left cup. That's the thing with the 2 cups, right? You take one ball and you put it in your hand, wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. You take the second ball, put it in your hand, wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. Take the third ball, put it in your hand, wave the wand over your hand, the ball vanishes. And this ball reappears underneath this cup, this ball reappears underneath this cup, and this ball reappears underneath this cup. But what would happen if you did that exact same trick, but you did it in reverse? See, instead of putting the balls in your hand and make them appear underneath the cups, what if you put the balls underneath the cups and make them appear in your hand? Right, you take one ball, you put it underneath that cup, take a second ball, put it underneath that cup, you take the third ball, put it underneath that cup, and then you shoot your hand entirely empty. Then you take the wand, close your hand, wave the wand over your hand, and all three balls appear in your hand. They're just invisible. See? You can't see them because they're invisible. But if you take one ball, and you put it underneath the center cup, and you take the second ball, you put it underneath the center cup, and you take the third ball, you put it underneath the center cup, and all three balls reappear underneath the center cup. Pretty cool, right? I'll do it again, right? And notice there's no balls underneath any of the cups, right? All the cups are completely empty, right? One ball underneath each cup. One ball underneath each cup. You show your hand entirely empty, your hand's entirely empty, right? And then you take the wand, you wave it over your hand, and all three balls reappear in your hand. They're invisible, of course, see? Now, you can't see them because they're invisible. But you take one ball, you put it underneath the center cup, you take the second ball, you put it underneath the center cup, and you take the third ball, and you put it underneath the center cup, and then you take the fourth ball, and the fifth ball, and the sixth ball, and the seventh ball, and the eighth one, and the ninth one, and the tenth one. I don't even know how many balls I'm putting underneath the center cup, but they all reappear underneath the center cup. See, I don't even know how many balls that is, but even that many balls, then of course you need that many cups. That's one cup, that's two, that's three, that's four, that's five, that's six, that's seven, that's eight, that's nine, that's I don't even know how many balls that is, but that's the cups and balls and trick done with. I don't know how many cups, I don't know how many balls, and that is the oldest trick of magic. Thank you very much. As always, my name's Josiah Gunther. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. It really encouraged me to keep making these videos. If you didn't enjoy, I don't know why you're still watching, but if you really didn't enjoy and you're still watching, you might as well subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps support Get Out. And yeah, if you have any advice for how to make the routine better, any feedback, please comment that below. I'm going to be performing this routine live in like a week or so, and for a bunch of people, so I'd really like any feedback you give me. And yeah, anyway, till next time, so long.